How many phones did you have in the house, Dean?
Phones. We had one phone by the front door when no one could hear it.
Do we talk less to our friends? Are we less close?
I think we did that quite a bit, didn't we? We didn't used to phone each other much, did we?
No, never. No, I can't
I
remember
would
phoning
just,
you.
yeah, I would just turn up.
Yeah. Oh, Dean's here again. I can't come in then. Right. Is it you two or is
Yeah,
it Sabutio today? Yeah. My phone bills were ridiculous. I used to phone up people for chats. I don't know whether it's because I was lonely. I just think we were more social, weren't we?
you even had the talking clock, didn't you? Do you remember the talking clock?
Yeah. Right, right.
I
Yeah.
remember being at school and kids getting really excited about they phoned up the talking clock.
Why did sometimes the answer machine kick in and we all sat there and didn't pick up the receiver? The French lingo from a lady's lips does wonders. And I'm sure people just used to phone up just to hear her voice, didn't really want to talk to her.
You're listening to Back in the Day, Nostalgic 90s.
You're back in the 90s. You're with Stitch and Dean. I have it on good authority. Answer machines were well established way before the 90s. That's what Dean says anyway. But we're going to do it anyway. Today is before answer machines. How's that, Dean?
Yes, stretching the boundaries today, aren't we, Stitch?
Isn't it?
But yes, again, welcome back in the day nostalgic 90s, the show where today we revisit a time when if you didn't pick up the phone, that was the end of the story. No voicemail, no tape, no robotic voice saying, please leave a message after the tone. Just silence. And maybe your mum shrugging. Someone rang, no idea who, dinner's ready. This was the era when every missed call felt like a sliding doors moment, and every successful call felt like winning a gold medal. Let's get into it, shall we?
Hello, friends and relatives. If you want to make a message, but you don't know how the keyboard works, look on a YouTube video and find out for yourself. Comment, tell a friend. We are all here. Maybe you had a phone in your house. We've heard that Dean is the more affluent one, and he used to have a TV and a radio in the house. He probably had light bulbs as well. Uh, and phone. How many phones did you have in the house, Dean?
Phones. We had one phone by the front door when no one could hear it.
Right. I can remember our one was in the front room, and if it rang, because we always lived in the back room in the kitchen, we used to have to go along the corridor and then around the door, and it was behind the door. So ineffective.
I remember that. That was at the bus, wasn't it?
No, no, no. It's before that. That was either
Oh,
Green Lane or Marston Lane. I can't remember the one in the
uh,
Butts. Oh, yeah, Butts was pretty similar. Yeah, Butts was similar.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I
Yeah, because you
think,
have multiple reception rooms at the front. Yeah,
yeah,
you'd live out
live at the
in the
back.
back in the kitchen extension.
Yeah.
And you had two receptions at the front. Yes, I think,
Mm.
yeah, phone and TV was sort of bunged away at the front of the house.
Yes. The subjects for conversation today are: do we talk less to our friends? Are we less close to our brethren? And ignoring the answer machine message, what are you telling those friends of yours? And will they stay friends for that long? So maybe you had one phone in the house that you couldn't hear or was inaccessible. Maybe you had two. Maybe you had a one which was a chargeable one. But, Dean, what did you do if you weren't in to answer it? You were stuck and up the paddler without a creek. Yes or no?
Actually, I enjoyed the peace and quiet. I don't remember I don't remember ever thinking, I wonder if anyone's phoned home. And if they did, then it was a surprise.
Mm,
I feel surprised. But but yeah,
no,
yeah. I didn't. I never even back then. I don't think we really used to give it much thought.
no, it wasn't a worry, wasn't it? It wasn't a popularity thing, was it? Oh, I hope something's going on. Hope someone's thinking of me and going to incorporate them in my life. It was maybe yeah, it was a necessity. If we needed things to be done, we could use it. It wasn't really for people to encroach on our existence.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. It
Mm,
was the the answer machine was a functional thing, wasn't it?
yeah.
And the
Before,
phone was as well.
yeah. Be- so before the answer machines, which you said came in the 70s, is that right?
I can't remember exactly when they were invented, but by the 1980s, they were pretty mainstream.
Right. So we're
Not
stretching
that
it.
I had one,
No, no, because I
but
can't.
a lot of people do.
Yeah, that's why I've put it down for the 90s because I can't remember having one until quite late on. We were always quite late developers anyway in my family, as you know. But so here's some ideas, Mr. Dean. If you weren't in, you left a note on the door. Did you ever did you ever do that? Call me back at that was for callers knocking on your door, wasn't it? Or for delivery men or the milkman, there was notes on doors or under the mat. Did you ever do those?
Yeah, I don't. I don't remember ever doing that.
Right,
I
okay.
think if people weren't in or didn't answer the phone, that was that really. I thought, no, I'll just catch you another time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Did
if
I
they
even
were
leave a note on your door?
leave a
When I
note.
lived in.
I
Oh.
remember leaving notes when I wasn't in if someone was going to knock on the door or
Mm.
stuffing a note through the door if they weren't in. But anyway, we digress.
I
That's
did that. Yeah.
that's door knocking, isn't it? We're not doing
Mm.
door knocking. We're doing before the answer machine. So we're probably trying to think then that we need to try and ascertain when the best time to call is, or do we give a shout out to our friends to say, call me at da 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 da, or the weekend or after 6? Did we get that message to our friends so they knew when we were in? I think that's probably how it worked, wasn't it? Through word of mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Times to call, really, wasn't it? Yeah.
Uh,
I think when you got to know your friends, you knew what sort of time to call. So generally, not tea time, not bedtime.
yeah,
Um, so you had to know what sort of time your friends would eat,
yeah,
so that you didn't incur the wrath of their parents.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
I always used to know when my friends were in. So I think I used to talk to Flan on a certain day, and Marky G was a Thursday after about 9:30. So we had times when we were accessible and only the real friends knew it. So it wasn't like a free for all. It was for specific chatting, conversations, keeping up to date. Yes. But if you had to catch them, maybe on, I need a lift or someone's ill, then you would have to try and catch them maybe in the morning if there was emergency, just before they got out of bed, before they left the house, that sort of thing. Yes, or just as they got back in from
Yeah.
work, 5:30, just before they had the dinner. So you had to catch it right. No.
Yeah. Yeah. You had to think about it a bit more, didn't you?
Hmm.
Because you weren't able to just leave a text message
Yes.
always and they pick it up when they want. You actually had to catch them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes it was just a matter of going around and turning up on someone's doorstep. I think we did that quite a bit, didn't we? We didn't used to phone each other much, did we?
No, never. No, I can't
I
remember
would
phoning
just
you.
yeah, I would just turn up.
Yeah. Oh, Dean's here again. I can't come in then. Right. Is it you two or is
Yeah,
it Sabutio today? Yeah. Or are we
that's
going to
right.
watch
Because
Cream
your
FC?
family, yeah,
Hmm.
That's right. Yeah, your family sort of had a very Londonish vibe about them in a way, although they spent much of their life in the West Country.
Mm,
I'll say Londonish in terms of it being a very open house policy.
right. Yeah.
Really,
Maybe,
people
yeah.
just turn up. Yeah,
Turn up for a cup of tea. Yeah. Does that not exist anymore? Is that disappeared from our beloved Isles?
I think I think in a lot of city communities, people still sort of turn up and there's an open house policy. But I think culture has changed a lot. People, you almost have to, in fact, you actually have to make an appointment a lot of the time to
Right.
rock up, unless it's really
Yeah.
close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another show. Cold.
Times, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, times changed, don't they?
Yeah. Cold calling. Is it kosher anymore? I remember one place. This was when I think there was an answer machine. No, I can't remember, but I remember running downstairs. This was when I returned to my route and was in London, Hampton, and I was in a bedsit, and there was a joint telephone downstairs, and if it rang, all three of us came out our rooms and ran downstairs to see who it was from. And I think in the end, someone installed an answer machine message, but then they didn't want to leave any messages because they didn't want the other two inmates to hear it. What was the number you rang before answer machines to find out the last number who phoned you?
Yeah, well, there was the one, I think it was 1571 BT,
Right,
because there was two. There was a 1471, and that was just for looking up the number of the last caller. But
right.
the 1571 was that was the answering service for BT. But it
Yeah.
was a strange one, really. Actually, the 1571 service. Well, certainly when it first came out, because I think there was a monthly fee. Correct us if I'm wrong, listeners. I
Ah,
think there was a monthly fee, and then you had to pay to leave a message. You had to pay to listen to a message as well. So it was like a three-way billing ambush by BT.
look at them.
Absolute monopoly scam, whatever you want to call it.
Yes,
Yeah, so it had you every which way.
they've
Yeah.
got
So that
you.
was for 151. Yeah.
Got you by the scruff of your neck. Um,
Yeah.
so that was funny. So we used to have, and I don't know, my mum probably still has a address book or a telephone number book. So if you did the phone back bit, then you'd have to go through all your address book to find out which number actually matched up to it, because it wouldn't tell you the name. It would only give you the code and the number. So what a load of old faff. But that was what we did with our time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
We
it was.
we
Yeah,
weren't.
messing around. You even, God, you even had the talking clock, didn't you? Do you remember the talking clock?
Yeah, right, right.
I
Yeah.
remember being at school and kids getting really excited about they phoned up the talking clock. And that was the peak of excitement back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah. If it wasn't
Yes.
fluorescent color laces in someone's leather shoes, it was the talking phone up clock. So that's nice, isn't it? When just very small things bring you happiness. There was a an advert. Was it the BT one? It's good to talk. Who kept saying
Ah,
that?
yes. Yeah, I do remember that. That is 90s. Yeah. That
Good.
was the motto by BT. I think the thing with BT was that they were panicking because um, phone calls were on the slide, the number of phone calls, so they weren't
Ah,
making as much money. So they resorted to emotional blackmail. So
right.
they did this advert. It was do you remember Bob Hoskins, the
Yeah, I
actor?
thought his name was Bob. Good.
That's right, yeah, Bob Hoskins. And they got him to say it's good to talk, and he just had the perfect voice for
Yeah.
guilt
Yeah.
tripping a nation, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes, so they got him to do that, and that was
Yes.
yeah, that was early 90s.
Good.
And it was just an attempt to stop Britain from abandoning phone calls.
Mm, a cool voice and a good catchphrase. And we will come back after the advert to ask the question, did we talk more in the 90s than we do now? Another friend of mine is on the market, and this time it is natural soap. Look at that for a bar of soap. Would you like to get
Wow.
refreshed with that, or I put it in your bath? This is
Yes,
made from
please.
coconut milk and natural other things. The name is, if I can spell it out to you here, Bibari. How would you say that? Bibari, Bibari Moon. There it is. Different shapes,
Sorry.
different shapes of
Ooh.
soap. Contact the show if you'd like your supply landing on your door. And if you're not in, we'll phone you up. And do not let it go to the answer machine message. Because in the 90s, I think, I might not be wrong, we had more conversations with our friends than we do now.
I believe we did. But shall I read out a message?
Yeah, we've got a message.
Yeah, we've got a message from Morehouse, friend of the show. And Morehouse is commenting on the show. Smashed, crashed, stopped, nicked, or nicked, which was a bonus episode on cars. And Morehouse says, brilliant. Just like being down the pub with you again, old Stitchford. Whether it's a country one in deepest, darkest Wiltshire or just down the sticky after footy. So thank you very much for that, Morehouse. Darren and Dawn. For listening to Back in the Day Nostalgic 90s, we would love your comments on the show and your stories. You can email stitchanddean@gmail.com. You can slide into the comment section on whichever platform you're listening. You can review on Apple and YouTube, and you can direct message us on Instagram, Back in the Day Nostalgic 90s. Back to the show.
I tell you something that you can't do. You cannot phone us up no more. So none of those spoof phone calls, and it will not go into, sorry, we're not in the office at the moment. This is back in the day. Please leave a message after the beep. You get none of that, but you do get replies, and that's a promise.
That's right. You don't get that on Joe Rogan, do you?
That's right. Talking about commenters, we had a live discussion of a young lady called Hannah who told us about her ropey first cars, and her name was Koreans Now or Korean Snow. I can confirm on this show her name is Korean Snow. There we go. Just to get rid of any dilemmas we had there
Got that wrong, didn't I?
in it. Um, Daisy is our editor. We're looking forward to great things. We might be going into video, pictures as well, and her editing skills are all there to be seen. Do you like the bit at the beginning of the shows now, where we do clips where you can look forward to the content coming up? What do you think, Dean? I think it's a smashing new novice idea.
I like it very much. Thank you, Daisy. Daisy, thank you for bringing us to the next level.
Not we're not in the 90s anymore now with our technology, mate. So back to where we were. Did we have more conversations in the 90s with our mates, with people you know, than we do now because of the phone?
Oh, did we talk? What? Yeah,
Did we
did we
talk
talk more?
more?
Yes, indeed we did. Yeah.
Mm,
Not necessarily because we were more social
no.
or emotionally open than we are now, but we just had no choice, did we? It was the default setting.
Yeah.
If you wanted to communicate with people, you had to talk.
So yeah, the first
It's the
port
only
of
way to communicate quickly, wasn't it?
yeah, so the first port of call was going to their house if it was round the corner. If they weren't, give them a buzz at their house. And I just remember phoning up, not just to get details or to arrange something, but phoning up for chats. I used to phone up. My phone bills were ridiculous. I used to phone up people for chats. I don't know whether it's because I was lonely. I just think we were more social, weren't we? It wasn't just, right, I meet you here like it is now. Right, see you in 10 minutes down the burger van. Right. Cinema, half past 10. It was phone up. How are you? What have you been doing recently? How's the missus? Da 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 da. How's your car going? Job okay? It was that, wasn't it? It
Yeah,
wasn't phoning up for getting an answer or arranging anything. It was personal interest.
yeah. You were actually checking in with people,
Yeah.
weren't you? Which,
Mm.
yeah, I still do now with probably just one or two.
Ah,
Really, it's sad, really. Yeah,
yeah.
we used to phone up a lot more. Now it's just a lot of the time it's send a text message and people pick it up when they want to.
Yeah. Like me, yeah. Uh
Yes.
yeah, so the little dig there, little dig in the dark. Um, so to solve the problem of leaving notes on doors or telling your mates when they should phone, answer machines were invented and were in full flow in some people's houses. So the next thing is, why didn't we answer them? Why did sometimes the answer machine kick in and we all sat there and didn't pick up the receiver?
Well, it was just a lifestyle choice, wasn't it? It was the passive aggressive vibe we were aiming for, I think.
Ah,
Just sit on the sofa, hear it ring, and be like, "No, not today, mate. Let the robot deal with it." In a way, it was the. I wonder whether it was the first time we outsourced social interaction. So I think before then we had to deal with everything ourselves, didn't we?
right. Yeah,
But then along came the answering machine, and we could outsource that.
right. So, what a dilemma. What a kick in the face of technology. We had it there to save our skins, but then we thought we could use it for it was like a power thing, wasn't it? Right. How this phone call is intruding on my personal time. I am in, but I'm going to see who it is before I pick it up. And if we didn't want to talk to them, like it was a cool salesman selling you Everest double glazing, then we would just let them say. But if it was a mate, then we would jump out of our chair and pick it up.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we kind of used it as a social shield, didn't we? Really,
Hmm.
sort of a call screening thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's funny though, really, because you buy a machine to to manage your calls, but then you refuse to answer your calls. Which just seems a bit funny to me. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, it was a bit of a kick in the face to technology, really, in a
So,
beautifully British way,
isn't it? I have,
selective. Yeah.
yeah, I've got now the power to be selective. Yeah, I am in, but I want to know if I pick up the phone, will I be talking for a long time or talking to someone I don't need to talk to? So it was a nasty invention, really. If it was used wisely, I remember I did one. This is talking about wisely. I was, this was when I was living in my caravan, and someone I phoned up who I used to have great affection for, but it had weaned off. They phoned up, and it it rang. Oh no, this was before the answer machine kicked in. It rang. I picked up and I pretended I was an answer machine message. So I said, "Hello, sorry, Richard is not in the moment, but if you could leave a message." And they started leaving a message. They thought it was real. So I did actually trick them into it. But then my conscience got the better of me and I said, "No, sorry, I am in." and we had the conversation that I didn't want to have. So
Oh,
they could save you. They could save you, but you still had the choice. That's right, yeah?
yeah. I think overall, though, I think they made the phone less useful,
Right.
really, because they existed. Phones existed to connect us, didn't they?
Hmm.
But then we added the answer phone, and instead we just used it as a means of being able to sit on the sofa eating a monster munch, refusing to answer the phone
Yeah.
or reply to messages. So I suppose it invented ghosting, didn't it? You're able to ghost people and
Mm.
ignore them. Yeah. So definitely had its downsides, I think.
Are our listeners now thinking of all the times that we never picked up when they phoned us and they've written it back? They've written it in their address book. Uh, did you ever? Oh, the other disadvantage, again, it's another thing to throw away. In our last version, we talked about the invention of mobile phones, which we could quite easily do without. And I think we could throw this out as well because if there was someone who was phoning up for you, the whole house heard it. So my house had 7 people in it. And if there was a message for me about, dropping grades or I need to see Richard's parents in the office tomorrow, this was for the whole house to hear before you pressed the recall button.
Yeah. It's a little bit like the annoyance of sending voice messages on WhatsApp instead of just sending a WhatsApp text.
Uh-huh.
Because you don't necessarily want everyone else to hear it, do you?
That's it.
So like now I'll get a WhatsApp voice message, and I don't want everyone to hear it. So I've got to turn my Bluetooth headset on now. So I stick my headphones on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the playback that everyone would hear. Wow, awkward.
Very, very comical. We used to, in my God, what was the name of the? It wasn't Forge Lane. It might have been Forge Lane. When I was living in Hampton with the other two lads, we had a answer machine. I don't know who bought it. It definitely wasn't me. And we used to do we used to do our own messages. And there was a bloke in my house called Martin, and he used to run like a gas company thing. So he wanted a professional one. So his was always, "Hello, Martin here. Sorry, I'm not here at the moment. Please leave your load of old boring rubbish." We used to pretend we were a farmyard. So we used to have like crowing, clucking, mooing, and meowing in the background with one of my mates. And I'm saying, "Sorry, I'm milking the cow at the moment. I can't get to the phone." Or, "Sorry, I'm on the loo reading the latest WT." Um, so that's what we used to do. And then he used to come back in and then change it back to his normal boring voice. But then he upgraded because he had a nice French girl as a girlfriend for a minute, and then he got her voice on the machine. And that stayed for
Oh,
quite a while because the French lingo from a lady's lips does wonders. And I'm sure people just used to phone up just to hear her voice, didn't really want to talk to didn't really want
maybe
to talk
that's what
to
we
us.
need.
I think
Yeah,
we do. Maybe we need a girl on the show, mate.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. So the answer machine is full up. Is playing recorded messages back to people we don't want to hear it. Throw it in the bin, mate. Another thing, before they existed, we had a better life. That's what I think, anyway. I need to go for my rusks. Do you remember them? that's that's what
Yes.
you,
I
oh,
used to eat them when I was at an embarrassingly old age.
yeah.
They're for babies, really, aren't they?
No, no, no. I remember going back to the UK and me and my sister, the older one, going into a supermarket just to get them to bring back the good old days. Rusks. And I think I have it with a milkshake, Dean.
Yeah, has to be with something milky. Well, enjoy that. But that's all for today's show. all about the bliss of not knowing anything. And that's our trip to the pre-answering machine world, a simpler time when phones didn't store messages, didn't blink at you, and didn't guilt trip you for missing a call. If you weren't home, tough luck. The universe just moved on. Thanks for listening to Back in the Day Nostalgic 90s. If you enjoyed the episode, tell a mate, or ring them once. Hang up and hope they correctly interpret your mysterious 90s signal. Until next time, keep your landline clear and your missed calls are gloriously unrecorded.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please download, comment, and tell a friend.